Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this AFK journey video. So we have right here another big brain moment for one of the up and coming season talent stage AFK team, which is super duper meta in terms of pushing. So right here we have the Celestial Hypogean talent team. And this team is rising up because a lot of the whales who have all the units available are using this to push through auto really easily. So this team is a team which is discovered by the global players. I'm not very sure who was it from because I don't think people actually share this openly. People just probably copied it from someone and then it just became a thing. And this is one of the latest inventions by someone, at least a whale, right, with the ability to use all these different Celestial Hypogean. Okay, so this team right here runs Feresto, Talin, Scalita together with Iron Armors. So it is a relatively inflexible team, and the reason is because you need to run Feresto as a tank, obviously, because Dunley is just not good on the front line, and you need Feresto for the tank purpose as well as the Hypogean tech to proc the factional talent. Then you have Scalita. So Scalita is on the light tile because Scalita is able to do true damage, able to control, as well as shield the team, because this team doesn't have a lot of sustain, as you guys can see. So we have the sustain from Talin with a little bit of heal here, and Talin right here is on the dark tile. So this one is another really big brain move, which I'm super duper impressed by, because this dark tile is basically a black hole ability, which I'll cover a little bit more later. And putting Talin on this tile basically ensures that you have endless black hole and control on the enemy. So Iron Armors just to start the battle so that you have the chains of control, and then from there, right, the control on the enemy will allow your Celestial Hypogean unit as well as your Tidal spell artifact to actually burn the enemy down eventually. Okay, so I'll showcase the team later, but before we begin, right, some of you guys who are, I'll say like myself, who are, I'll say like slightly more budget or maybe free to play, you might not know what is the Celestial Hypogean talent. So I'm going to run through this ability briefly. So the primary effect is a light tile, which allows the prime carrier to deal true damage and stun the affected enemies within the area that this unit is targeting. So this ability continues to cast as long as they remain on the battlefield. So for Scalita's case, at least on the very first 15 seconds, this ability will go through, and then subsequently when she comes onto the ground itself, if you can keep her alive, she will be able to spam this true damage and control on the enemy. And the more impressive part is actually the second tile, which is the Dark Talent tile buff, which I showcased just now, the purple color aura. So ally placed on this talent buff tile gains the ability to create a black hole, right, with in the area with most enemies, and this deals magical damage and pulls them towards the center. So this is the insane control. And like I mentioned earlier, the reason why Talin is on the tile is because Talin is going to stick onto the battlefield, because on the AFK stage pushing side, there's no units that can instantaneously send Talin out. The Scalita doesn't have the EX weapon. There's also no unit that can prevent Talin from coming back to life. So as long as Talin is placed on that dark tile, you get a permanent ability to spawn the black hole for control. So that's the big brain part that I'm talking about. So this is pretty much it for the factional talent. So this factional talent I thought initially was just really good for PvP, but this big brain team right here makes it such that you have a viable team for your talent trials. So for those of you guys who are not that late into this pushing stage, right, this is an account in like 1000 over stage, but if you take a look at the talent trials right here, there's actually two different teams. So right now, based on what I observe, most of the top whales or players with these teams are running this setup. So Scalita, Feresto with Talin together with Armors and Iron, right? And then the second team, they'll be using the Mauler setup to go with the 2-team option, because the talent trial will be 2 teams. I think specifically after 520 or 530, I can't remember exactly, but after a specific stage in the late game, you get 2 stages. So very similar to the previous season, and this is one of the most in team that everyone's using, as you guys can see. Copy, 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 Coffee. So this is on the global side. So I'm on the PDR side. I don't have that many reference points, but based on what I observe on the global side, this team is not only auto-friendly, this team is also pretty much usable under all sorts of scenario, because against the really pesky Torrents, Brutus, and Igor, you have Scalita. And then against the really highly mobile character, you just have so much control that they just can't move, and then you just hold them in place and burn them down. And because you have Talin, right, you also have like Fresto's Illusion, you have so many additional bodies to just buy lives for your team, right? Because this team is just very, very versatile, very, very complete. The only thing lacking is, I think, continuous sustains, continuous heals. So on stages where I think you don't really need iron armors to start the battle, you can actually put in heals to actually keep the team going. But based on my knowledge, what my friend told me, this team is really, really auto-friendly. Like, you don't even need to actually manual anything, and I'll showcase a run with this team. So I don't think we can clear it because the factional talent is not like 25, so we don't have the upgraded version, and I think we are pretty much at the extreme of the deficit. So it's like, this is my power, this is the opponent's power, so very, very massive deficit. But I'm just going to showcase the team. I don't think I can clear it, but we shall give it a try. Okay, so we'll hold on Talin's ultimate first and try to use it at the right moment. Okay, so we'll go at one time so you guys can see what's going on. So Iron Armor starts the battle by pulling everyone together. And then that's where, right, the black hole afterwards will just be chained together with the Iron Armor's chain. And because we have Scalita with the Light Tile, when Scalita comes down, the Light Tile also offers additional control and true damage whenever Scalita casts a Light Tile. Okay, we got slammed by the Torrent here, unfortunately. Okay, so I don't think we can clear it. Let's go with Talin not using the ultimate. So we don't, I think we shouldn't use the ultimate when Torrent is charging the ultimate. Okay, so we can see the team's ability again. So the black hole pulling everyone to the center. Scalita in the air shooting the weaker ally to give additional defenses to stand on the front line. So in this case, I think we might not even need to use Talin's ultimate. So what I'll do is, oh no, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna slam them out of position so Talin cancels her ultimate, because I don't want her to channel through. Yeah, because Talin burn might actually give Torrent a lot of damage, and that's where we might still lose. So right here, you guys can see the control. Okay, so the only issue in the enemy's team is actually the Torrent. So I'm just holding my skill first. Okay, Iron pulls everyone together. Nice. Okay, I think we can channel the ultimate here. I think we should be able to. Can we send out the Torrent? Scalita? Okay, unfortunately, I over predicted here. Oh my god. Torrent is a troublesome one. But let's hope we can finish the enemy with the remaining units. I think we still have control. So Torrent is the troublesome one. Okay, you guys can see, right? Even in the egg form, the black hole is still being casted because Talin still exists on the battlefield. Wow, but Torrent here is super duper annoying. If my Scalita slam had actually hit the threshold, I'll be able to send him out. So I'm not going to try it again because this stage I've tried it a few times. I think we are lacking a little bit in terms of the power, but let's take a look at how the other players are clearing it. Okay, so in normal setting, if there's no Torrent or there's no really annoying units, this is an auto team. So this is very auto friendly for all my whale friends. But for Torrent, or specifically for this stage, you might need to manual a little bit because when Torrent casts his ultimate and you have Talin just firing in his face, right, all the frontliners will just melt to Torrent's ultimate. So in this case, I think this player just held the enemy in place, right, just prevented the enemy from doing anything, just chained the stun perfectly to hold them in place. And basically, the Torrent didn't cast the ultimate at all, if I remember correctly, when I saw this replay. Yeah, so specifically against this stage, against that Torrent, you have to time everything such that you permanently control him. Okay. So I think, yeah, that's what he did. Let's go at 2 times to just finish the battle quick. Yeah, so just continuous control, as you guys can see. Then Scalita slam, stun, and then black hole right? Alma's tree throws the rock. Iron pulls everyone together. Black hole. Scalita slams once again. So the Torrent just had no chance to use the ultimate in this case. Yeah, so that was the place where we failed. Unfortunately, we let Torrent channel his ultimate. Yeah, but I think specifically for this stage, or specifically against Torrent, this is the only stage where you can't actually auto, or maybe you need to manual a little bit to try to minimize the impact of the ultimate. Okay, so you guys can see the power of this team. Very auto friendly, by the way. Unfortunately, because we're at a super duper high deficit, I can't clear the stage, but I'm just going to showcase the team once again, and let's see whether or not we can clear it, okay, by sheer luck. Okay, let's give it a go. We're going to give Scalita the level 40. Wow, 640, the highest level. Let's start the battle. Okay, so this team is for my whale friends, obviously. Hope I don't get blasted for showcasing this team, but this team is one team which I find really interesting. It's just a showcase of players with their creative minds playing the latest mechanics in this season, which is the fractional talent, right? So control, burn, just hold the enemy in place. So it's like, this is one of the reasons why this is so auto friendly, because yeah, you just don't need, you just hands free, you know. Look at this. Okay, we might be able to clear this. We just continue to hold. How is the Brian not? Oh yeah, the Torrent still channel the ultimate there, unfortunately. So there's a little bit of loophole, so we can't clear this stage, unfortunately. But that's pretty much it for this showcase. Okay,